Hi everyone, welcome back to Sun's Arts. If you're new, welcome to the family. Today's DIYs are all related to Fall Light Academy. I'll talk about it in a while. So let's move on to DIY number 1, and this is one of the picture frame that I got from Dollar Tree. It has that nice vintage look to it, and it's apples and the pumpkins and apples are part of fall season, so I chose to do this, and I took one of this metallic ribbon from Dollar Tree again, and I'm just measuring all 4 corners, and I just stuck all 4 corners with hot glue and also the permanent glue. And I'm also trying to give like a nice galvanized look, so I just took like a gray paint and a black paint, and I just tapped all over it, and the rest of the paint I'm just applying it on top of this rose hip, one of the tiny one, and this is going to be a tiny apple that's going to go as a decor. And I also took one of this reed diffuser, and I'm painting black, actually gray, and to the top of this rose hip I just inserted it, and I'm also painting a little bit of black, actually gray paint, and I'm just snipping it off at that point, and it does look like a tiny apple there. Now I'm going to create a cute ribbon for this, and this is one of the cute ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I just took a tiny piece of it and I created a loop, and I'm just pressing in the center to create a bow, and I'm taking one of this jute ribbon, and I created a tiny bow with that, and I attached on top of this bigger bow. And I'm taking 2 of this grape leaves, I'm attaching it on one corner of the frame just like that, using dab of a hot glue, and I'm creating this 2 bows together, attached it, and I'm just sticking it in between those 2 leaves just like so. And some of this beautiful greenery and the painted apple, and this is completed look of this beautiful vintagey looking frame with little bit of fall colors here and there. And this is actually the look I was actually having in my mind, and this is one of my vintage looking fall DIY, and I love this. You have to let me know your thoughts as well. Let's move on to DIY number 2. For this DIY, I'm actually taking one of this wooden pumpkin, and I chose this pumpkin because it has got like little elevations for the pumpkin ridges. And I took this white chalk paint, which is homemade, and I'm just painting it in between those ridges, and I left those wooden pieces just like that because I'm going to cover that with this contact paper, which has nice vintage looking roses. So I just got exact size of those pumpkin shaped pieces, and I just took like 2 half moons and 1 oval, and I carefully stuck all those 3 pieces. Now I'm taking this antique wax, and I just took like a little bit of that, and I'm actually covering all around the pumpkin, the center of the ridges, and also a little bit on top of those contact paper to give like a nice vintage old look there. And I'm happy with this look. Now I'm going to decorate this pumpkin with some of this greenery and the fall colored leaves. I got like light colored fall leaves, and also some of this one of this sunflower, which is white and it's got black center. Thought that would look nice. And I also got some of this greenery on either side, which has got like a tint of a fall colors to it. And yeah, one of this brown flower, it kind of looks like pine cone, and I'm taking dab of a hot glue, and I'm carefully sticking all around it, and this completes the look of this beautiful vintage pumpkin. And I attached the bigger beige color sunflower instead of the tiny one. I love how this end result turned out, and you have to let me know what your thoughts are. This video would be part of Fall Light Academia playlist, and this is hosted by Michelle over Moxie DIY and Java. I'm going to leave the link of her YouTube channel in my description box, as well as the playlist of all the amazing creative ladies, and you will see a lot of creative ideas of fall and also light academia. And this is something new to me. I'm just trying my hand on vintage, and I'm just loving this style. So let's move on to DIY number 3. Actually, for this DIY, I'm going to create vintage book stack, and for this I'm going to use one of this white with black dots, and this is actually one of the, I would say, like jewelry box, and with 2 drawers. And what I'm trying to do over here is I just measured exactly the half of this box, and I drew lines around it with a dark marker, and I'm also going to cover one side of it with this metallic ribbon to give like a vintage look there. So I'm just attaching it with a dab of a hot glue, and I also stuck with permanent glue later to stand. And it kind of really is like very soft and bendable. I kind of like this one. I'm going to use some more. And now I stuck this. This is how it looks. Now I just took some of this window clings which says like pumpkin and also autumn leaves, and I'm just taking those letters with the dab of Mod Podge, and I'm just compressing those window clings, and I'm also applying another coat of Mod Podge on top of it. And using one of this orange paint pen, I just highlighted those letters because they are not bright enough for me. And I also took 3 of these leaves from one of this floral bouquet, and also attached one of this raffia bow from another pumpkin sign. And I'm also attaching one of this sunflower, which is white and black in center, and I attached one also a fall leaf in one corner and a tiny pumpkin. And this turned out so cute with those antique wax to give like a nice old look there, and I just love this, and I didn't expect this to be so cute, and it turned out really cute to me. And you have to let me know your thoughts. And let's move on to DIY number 4. And this DIY would be another beautiful I would say like painting. And I just painted white chalk paint onto one of these signs that I got from Dollar Tree, and this is one of this car sticker which has got like a 3D pop-up look there. And I also have this pumpkin sticker that I got from Dollar Tree again. Basically this is all Dollar Tree projects, you guys. And I painted black, and after it dried I just painted one coat of chalk paint on top of it to give nice vintage look there. And I stuck those pumpkins all around the truck, and one on back of the truck to just look like as though it's a pumpkin patch. And I stuck 2 of those florals on either side of the sign. And this is done, so I'm going to stick this to one of this wooden frame from Dollar Tree, and I just saw the right place where it goes, and I took like little dots of hot glue all around it, and I just placed on top of wooden frame just like so. Now it needs some decorations on top of the frame. For that I'm just taking some of this fall leaf and a foxtail decor, and I just stuck both together, and I wanted to place it in one corner just like that. And I also got like a tiny bouquet from another sign, and I just stuck it on top of it with this beautiful blue flower. And this is the verbiage I want you to see: believe in the magic of harvest, if you can read it. And this is so beautiful and antique looking with those curly letters, and I just love this. The color of the truck and also the decor in one corner, it is so matching and beautiful. I'm just loving it. You have to let me know your thoughts also. DIY number 5. For this DIY, I'm actually planning to create a lantern, and this is one of the wooden lantern that I got from Dollar Tree, and I wanted to give like an antique look. So I have this lace patterned paper, and this is also from Dollar Tree from a very long time, and it was lying in my stash. I thought like this would be like really apt for this DIY, and I'm taking exactly the size of those corners of the wooden lantern, and I measured and I cut them. Now I'm applying a lot of this glue stick in a generous amount, and I compressed this paper on top of it, and I just took little excess, so actually it just the corners doesn't look like the raw edges doesn't show up. That's the point I'm making here. And I also took like another rectangle piece on top, and I just pressed it with my fingers so I know where exactly I need to cut, and this is how it looks after I cut that. Now I'm taking generous amount of this glue stick all around it, and I'm attaching this in the front just like so. Now I have to attach this paper on top as well, so I'm just cutting off this hanger, and I just measured exactly the square piece of that, and I'm applying the same process, applying this glue stick on top of it and attaching this. Now this is all covered in all corners and all sides. Now I'm taking a little bit of this antique wax, and I'm covering all around the corners and also in the front and top and back, top, bottom, everywhere basically. So, and after it dried, I just took one of this tiny pumpkin and attached in one corner, and this is one of this fall ribbon. I just removed both the edges. They were like golden color. I didn't like the color. That color doesn't go well with this style, I think. So I just created a bow with I created a loop, and then I had created a bow on top of it, and I attached three of this light green leaves and a bow on top, and another orange flower and a pumpkin, and basically all the decorations that will go, and yeah, it will be looking nice after it is done. See how gorgeous this turned out with the acorn and pine cone and tiny pumpkins, and when it is all lighted up, it's so gorgeous. I'm just loving this. I think this is my favorite. I can't choose. I think this is my favorite. Yeah, this is so beautiful. I am loving this one, and yeah, please let me know your thoughts on this. On to DIY number 6, the last DIY, and this would be also a quick hack. Now I'm taking one of this beautiful candle that I got from Dollar Tree last fall, and I'm just going to steal the hanging which has got like a metal actually fall leaf, and I'm going to attach that on top of this cute candle holder, and it's a pumpkin, and I'm just after I stuck that, I'm also going to distress it a little bit all around the edges and everywhere basically to give like a vintage old look there. And after it is all done, I'm also going to stick one of this pumpkin that I also dulled the shine with a little bit of antique wax, and I stuck it on top of this beautiful leaf there, and this turned out so gorgeous with that antique look, and I can see that candle is glowing through those holes. Addition to this all DIYs today, and you have to let me know your thoughts. And these are all the beautiful vintage looking fall Light Academia DIYs today I wanted to share with y'all, and I hope you enjoyed watching and working along with me. And I would like to know your thoughts, which one is your favorite, and you want to give any suggestions towards my channel, that would be really great. And if you like some of these ideas and some of these DIYs you enjoyed today and you want to be part of the Sun's Arts family, I'll be more than happy if you click on the subscribe button and join the family. And also don't forget to hit on the bell icon for me so you will get notified whenever I upload a video. And thank you so much, and I appreciate all the love and support that you've been constantly giving towards my channel, and I expect and hope that continues forever. And until next time, if you would like to see more videos, I'm going to tag some on the right corner of the screen. And like I always say, thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you again.